My name is Heidi Erickson. I'm the park manager at Red Rock State Park in Sedona, Arizona. I've been here about 7.5 years. My background is in wildlife biology. I've pretty much done wildlife biology work all over the American Southwest. Red Rock State Park is on the very far west side of Sedona, Arizona. We are an environmental education park. We have about 5 miles of hiking trails, so that's mostly what we're known for. We do have an interpretive museum, a theater where we play some educational movies about conservation, and a junior ranger program. But mostly we have school groups that come here to learn about ecology and the connections between nature and humans. We have great panoramic vistas. If you go out onto the hiking trails, you can see a bunch of formations all at once. Most people come here to go hiking, and we're a little bit out of the way, so we don't get as many customers as, say, Devil's Bridge or Bell Rock Pathway. So it's a great place to come and actually be able to hear nature and not be overwhelmed with other people. Every day we have a guided nature hike with a volunteer naturalist. Twice a week we have bird walks, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Times vary across the seasons because the birds wake up as soon as the sun comes up. So as you track the season, the bird walks are earlier times. We also have some great topic-specific hikes. We have one on geology, one on archaeology, and one on ethnobotany. And then during certain times of the year, we also have once a month a moonlight hike, which is an interesting program. As a day use park, we don't normally have these after-hours programs, so that's something special people can sign up for. We have a very nice interpretive museum with displays about geology, a little bit about archaeology, mostly about nature. We are a habitat preservation park, so most of our displays are about the animals that you can encounter and the plants that you can encounter here at the park. Butterflies aren't around all times of the year. But you do have monarch butterflies that, unusual among the butterfly world, they travel from as far as Mexico all the way up into Canada for their annual life cycle. And the caterpillars need milkweed. So we have milkweed here at the park so that the caterpillars can then turn into butterflies and continue that journey. The House of Apache Fires is one of my favorite hikes. It's a 1.6 mile round trip from the visitor center back to the visitor center. That's my favorite overlook at the park. But we have up to 5 miles worth of trails. They go from anywhere from a short half mile if you want to walk along the smoke trail, up to 2.5 miles if you want to do the Eagle's Nest overlook to the highest point on the park. But again, the highest point on the park is only about a 300-foot elevation gain. Between Dead Horse Ranch State Park in Cottonwood and us here in Sedona, there's the Lime Kiln Trail. It's actually completely on Forest Service property, but it connects the two parks. It's not for the beginner, so make sure you are prepared ahead of time. Make sure you have plenty of water. You can also access the Red Rock Ranger District of the National Forest by walking out our east gate. But do, again, be prepared. If you're going to exit our park on foot, make sure you have the proper maps to know where you're going so you can get back, especially if you parked your car here at the park. This park is family friendly. The hikes are easy to moderate. Nothing here is rated difficult, so you can even have very young children on these hikes. We do have a junior ranger program. It's a self-guided program where we give the kids and their parents a booklet. They can fill out the activities in our interactive museum where you'll find most of the answers. And then bring it back to us, and then the kids can get sworn in as junior rangers and get a little badge that they can put on their vest. And it helps the kids learn about being good stewards of the national and state park systems. Spring is a great time. You start to get the leaves coming back on the trees. You get all these songbirds coming back from their migration from their wintering grounds. Some years we do get some nice blooms from flowers. Fall, we do get some nice yellows compared to some of the greens that are still hanging on. So that dichotomy is pretty nice. We are a day use park, so we don't have overnight accommodations in the park boundaries, but Sedona is just a few miles up the road. People who want a little more of a budget hotel, there's Cottonwood just down the road. It's a little more cost efficient. And then a little farther afield too. Some people come down from Flagstaff to come to this park. Part of our habitat protection mission, in addition to not having trash cans, we want you to take all your trash out with you. We require that everybody stays on the designated trails here at this park. So unlike some other places in town, you can't get in the water. We're doing that for the protection of the wildlife and the habitat here. And then we don't allow pets here at the park for a similar reason. Pets were genetically selected by us humans from predators. So they leave behind a scent which can make it less attractive for the wildlife to come out and show themselves. People see deer almost every single day that there's visitors here at the park. One of the reasons is because we don't allow people to bring in their pets. I think the big things about Red Rock State Park, we're a little less busy than some of the Forest Service sites here in Sedona. So it's a little more of a nature experience rather than a straight recreation experience. Also because of our habitat protection and environmental education mission, this is a great place to come learn and about how plants and animals and humans, how we all interact with each other, and how we as human beings can make sure that these places are kept this way for years and years to come. So come visit us here at Red Rock State Park. We'd love to have you come walk our trails and see some of our wildlife.